Hey everybody, Bill in Virginia, and work continues on the engine terminal. I have got the tracks in place, and now I'm letting the glue dry for where this particular engine house is going to sit. I got that kit off eBay, excuse me, and it did not have a base. So I built it with no base. But what I ended up doing is I ended up taking the cork, just kind of setting it around where the engine house will sit on it, just to raise it up a little bit. Gives me a little bit more clearance when it goes through the doors, as well as the track is on cork, just to match up to the turntable. So then I can build scenery around it, and I haven't decided yet. I might pour some plaster inside around that footprint, because I've got it completely around just to give it an appearance of a engine house floor. Don't know yet. I'll see how it looks once I get it done. But those tracks are powered. You can see the feeders in there. I ended up taking some N-scale rail joiners, and I soldered feeder wire. I made them into feeders. I soldered wires onto the back side of it. Very simple little process. Saves me about $4 or $5 per pair that you can get off eBay and at hobby shops. Just got to use the right wire, and you can get it done. Also got the coaling tower completed and in place. So I did painting on it. Everything is acrylics. Did all of that yesterday. It's dried. Strung thread for the cabling just on the outside. I did not do it on the inner ones. If somebody wants to look down there and say, oh, hey, you didn't put the thread, I'm okay with that. My fingers are too big, and I didn't want to fumble with it. So anyway, this is where I am now. I'll do another little piece a little later and put it all together here. Oh, one more thing. I am starting to paint the ties. Got my bright boy down there. You can see where I cleaned the outer two tracks. Inner one, not yet. I will be starting ballast, maybe even on this video here. I had a gentleman request seeing just kind of how I do what I do. So probably put that in here as well. So a little bit more coming. All right, making progress. The engine house is just set in place. I will not glue it down. I will make it so that I can lift it off. I'll show some of the tracks here after a little bit. Got the pad in place, gluing it down for the second engine house. So Sunday afternoon, I should be able to get more of it done yet before the end of the day. So I will add a little bit more to this video once some of this glue dries, and I start doing some other stuff here. Did start putting in just a little bit of ballast, just in the center, just to kind of see how the color would look. And I'm kind of going with a gray for the main lines. I will end up using a cinder in terminal tracks and over in the yard. Should be a good contrast, and we'll see how it looks. Anyway, one more chunk before I post this. Well, Sunday evening comes to a close. I'm happy with the progress that I've made on the engine terminal for the weekend. So the tracks leading over by the Helgen are in place and powered up, and I have tested them out using both my Pacific and my diesel over there. So it's coming along. I've got it laid out where I'm going to put the additional tracks on this other engine house. I'm still waiting on flex track and some additional straight sections. I was hoping they would have been here this weekend, but they just have not shown up. So that'll be a project this week, I think, as soon as they get here. But it's coming along. Got the lead-in track to the coal dump. I've got things here. Like I said, I'm also waiting now on additional paint to paint more of the ties. and waiting for some isopropyl alcohol so that I can start to ballast more than just what I've got here, which is just a little bit, a hint of ballast. So progress is being made, but it's the end of another weekend here on the railroad. So more next week.